Hello and welcome. Let's take a look at our top story this hour. Protests continue to rock France over a fatal police shooting of a teenager in a Paris suburb. Reports of fresh violence have been reported from Marseille, Lyon and Paris. Unrest fled nationwide after a 17-year-old was shot by police on the 27th of June in Paris. Protesters were seen setting off fireworks and damaging establishments. 45,000 police personnel have been deployed in major cities in a bid to avert more violence. Protests are also spreading to other parts of Europe. Reports say that 63 demonstrators were arrested in Brussels as protests in France spread to Belgium. The arrest came after fighting between protesters and police in the Annecyans area, with 48 minors were arrested. Now in France, the protesters are torching vehicles and town halls across the country. According to reports, the looters have ransacked shops, including an Apple store in the eastern city of Strasbourg. Huge crowd of protesters was seen attempting to break into a Nike sportswear shop in central Paris. In the Parisian suburb of Aubervilliers, fireworks were set off and a swimming pool construction site was set ablaze. The company in charge of the Olympics Games for Paris 2024 said the facade of a Paris Olympics aquatic training center was damaged during rioting. French authorities are saying that they are assuring more security for other Olympic sites. Similarly, on the streets of Aubervilliers, the charred buses were lined up. Hundreds of police officers were injured in the chaos. Meanwhile, French soccer star Kylian Mbappé has appealed for calm in a tweet on Friday. The Les Bleus have called for dialogue and reconstruction. French President Emmanuel Macron came up with a string of suggestions and announcements after he conducted another round of crisis meetings with his leaders. He called on parents to keep child rioters off the streets. Macron claims around 875 people have been arrested overnight for the rioting. Macron added around a third of that number are young or very young. While so far the worst of the violence has been confined to the city's suburbs, any sign of it spreading into the centers of France's biggest cities would mark a significant escalation.